We live by our values, adhering to the highest standards for purity and kashrut. Out here on the farm, we stand firm in our beliefs, so you can rest easy. Belief, freshly frozen produce, under the strict hashgacha of the Badatz Yerushalayim.
Over the last number of months, it's been very difficult to go to Eretz Yisrael, to go to the land of Israel. Just when we thought it was safe, there was another coronavirus spike that set us back. When will we be able to go? Who knows? But during this period of time, we need to realize how fortunate we are to always be able to go to Eretz Yisrael. It was a very difficult journey. Not so long ago, I remember, I had not gone in 19 years. Since I left as a young married couple, I had not returned. My brother, who makes the journey quite often, told me, "I'm so jealous of you. You realize how special the trip is." And so, recently, I've been thinking about the privilege that we have to go to Eretz Yisrael, the land of Israel. Rabbi Yisrael Karduner was a Breslover Chassid, and he lived in Uman, he lived in the Ukraine. He did not have the opportunity to go to Eretz Yisrael. One time, him and his friends got together, and they decided they'll save enough money, they'll set aside some time, and they'll make the difficult journey. They were on the ship, and one of his friends says to Rabbi Yisrael, "I hope you have your paperwork, you have your passport, you have everything in order." And he said, "No, I actually don't. I don't have my passport." And the fellow looked at him and he says, "Rabbi Yisrael, have you lost your mind? The Turkish authorities are not going to let you into the land of Eretz Yisrael. They're going to stop you. They're going to tell you to turn around." And Rabbi Spero smiled and he said, "If that's the will of Hashem, if that's the will of Almighty, then so be it. But from the time the ship docks until we reach passport control, I will have walked 4 amos, 4 cubits. I will have fulfilled my commandment and my privilege of walking the land of Eretz Yisrael." When he arrived, somehow they let him in. He walked the length and the breadth of the land. He davened by all the special places. He saw the beautiful land of Eretz Yisrael. When he came back home, he told his wife and his children, "We are going." It would take many years, but eventually they moved to Eretz Yisrael, and that's where he spent the last number of years of his life. The great Bas Ayin, who lived in Tzfas in the early 1800s, was told about the diamonds that line the streets. But when he walked the streets, he didn't see it. He went back into his apartment and he spent a long time there. And then he came back out. And he declared that he is going to have a beautiful Suda, a celebration. They asked him why. He said, "At first I didn't see the diamonds in the street. I went back into my apartment. I thought about the privilege. I thought about how lucky and how fortunate I am to be able to walk in the streets, to appreciate the holiness of this beautiful land of Eretz Yisrael. I walked back outside and I was able to see the diamonds." We now have a number of weeks until we can go back. And during this period of time, let's think about what a privilege it is. And maybe if we do, when we go back to Eretz Yisrael, we will see the diamonds on all the streets.